More often than not, people use the partner ability to just add more and more colors to their deck, which is why I really appreciate this patron deck, where they took Akroma Vision of Ixidor and added in Revo Soul Tender. This is just a really interesting combination. Let's take a look. This Deck Doctor is brought to you by my patrons. If you would like priority access and having your deck taken a look at, go ahead and click on the link in the description and join for as little as $5 a month. My first cut is a Johnny's Welcome. This is a good card, and you might be thinking that I'm going to add in Authority of the Consuls instead of a Johnny's Welcome, but for me personally, I would rather add Luminarch Ascension. This card has done so much work for me in some of my decks, and it just completely gets out of hand, and it's really flavorful in this deck specifically. My second cut is Linvala the Preserver, mostly because I just don't like restrictive benefits, and if you're in a deck that's going to gain as much life as this, that first is never going to happen. And number two, there's also a lot of creatures in this deck, so I just don't think that this makes a whole ton of sense. And while this isn't an angel, I'm going to replace that with Sir Conrad the Grim, because with Ravos, you're going to be taking stuff out, and also this can get things into your graveyard for when you need them to get there. And my last cut is Gilded Lotus, because this is not terrible ramp. I just think that there are some better options for cards that you can put in. And another thing you can do to ramp is lower your curve. Speaker of the Heavens is really powerful in this deck, and on turn 1, if you drop it and then you have Luminarch Ascension the next turn, you have a blocker up to make sure that you start adding those counters onto Luminarch Ascension.